Awesome. Okay. Hi everyone. This is the Helm weekly dev meeting. It's July 16th, 2026. Here's a link to the weekly meeting minutes. Thanks, Andrew, for taking notes. And yeah, so we have so far nothing on the agenda. Maybe let's take a moment to think about what we want on the agenda. Um, I can actually add one real quick, and then feel free to just put them on the list. Um, uh, I'm going to take a look at one more thing since we're still waiting on. I think there's one shout out further below, but besides my agenda item, we're still waiting on things. So I'm just going to take 1 minute to look at something. Okay, awesome. I guess I also have a shout out to give. All right, well then I'll go ahead and do, this might be a very short meeting, but okay, I'll go ahead and give my agenda item. It's basically about what we were chatting about right before the meeting started, which was the new Project Control Center dashboard. I know the last few weeks have been a little unclear on how where people are supposed to meet and how that works. Uh, I, I know I know George had sent out a blast to people on Slack. Um, I don't know. I don't believe we ever. Well, I guess I haven't checked. Okay, so I was out basically out for a wedding and like in the Canadian forest. And I'm this week, I know it's already Thursday, but we got back on Tuesday, and so I'm just getting back online and catching up to stuff. So I don't know if we sent out a blast. I guess does anyone else know? Any other maintainers if we used our social profiles to let folks know that things have changed um, or updated the website.
We have updated the website.
Yay!
So
Thank you.
at least we have the weekly meeting has the appropriate length, assuming that the link itself hasn't changed.
Yeah, cool, cool, cool. No, no, it hasn't. That's the same. Um,
And George, keep me honest here if you're around. You did update the Slack channel as well.
Both of them, maybe all three if you include the maintenance, but yeah.
awesome, thank you. Oh, that's great. Yeah, so I guess maybe just we can double check, like just an action item is, so you can double check, um, things like Twitter and Blue Sky uh, and all of that. LinkedIn, I guess, just to make sure that we let folks know. Oh, also the mailing lists. I don't know if anyone updated the mailing list, but we can also do that too. That was really all I had for that, just to make sure that that's all set for the community side. And then for the maintainer side, I just now saw, and it sounds like I got confirmation from you, George, too, from last week that you had to go into the LFX project dashboard, the project control center to get the host code to the yeah, the
I
host
mean,
code.
well, that's just what I did. I don't know if I had to, but
Yeah. Well, I think that
that's
might be
that.
the only way
that
it worked because when I tried the host code that I saved in 1Password from the meeting that was created, um, it was rejected. So that's why I went back in to check and it was a different code. So
okay.
I don't know now if that's going to change or if that just was a one-time thing, but we should be on the lookout for that. The other thing is the recordings. I gave the recording to Karen, who's been the person who set that up, the YouTube channel. It's moderated by CNCF. Um, Today I asked Rian from Linux Foundation if we could get a little bit of help with making sure that that's hooked up through the new PCC because I watched the videos on how to do it, but I don't know actually who needs to go in and do that. There's also like another question I had about there's some steps you have to there's some steps that need to be done. It's sort of documented, but it wasn't really clear. For example, because I couldn't find Karen in the list of people to add, even though she's in the list of participants. So I should get more information about that. I'll update Karen internal or in the maintainers channel and uh, if she's available, which I think she should be, then we can just get her set up with that. And otherwise, and probably either way, we should probably have the other org maintainers be added to the YouTube channel as moderators because I am not. So that I think is it for me for that issue. Does anyone have any other? Oh, sorry, I put this under announcements, not discussions. I will. Well, we can move that. Um, Put it in the wrong place. Yeah, so there were no other discussion items.
Yeah, I do have some reviews in Helm community for a agents.md, a hip creator author skill, and a hip reviewer skill, which builds on top of both those changes. So if you look at some reviews over there, that'd be awesome. I
Yeah,
don't actually know who can review PRs over there.
I can. I did see that. Um, Terry already reviewed it, but I'll take a look. Um, yeah, in fact, why don't I put the link here in the Zoom chat? That's the one you're talking about, right?
Just load in. Yep.
Oh, that's cool. All right, I'll take a look at that. Oh, I do have another discussion item, I guess, probably for Johannes. Just a question because I know that you have been volunteering to help with issue NPR triage. Um, and I think at KubeCon we talked about better documenting what's required for that. I know there's a HIP uh, that outlines the triage maintainer role, but even just um, I think we could use some real improvements on what makes just defining in one place what makes an issue and a pull request review ready. Or sorry, a pull request review ready and an issue um, uh, yeah, ready for a reply by maintainers. Um, because we really don't have that, but we've discussed it a number of times. I think every single person that's gone through the triage process um, and the triage maintainer process, like, I mean, including a few people on this call, uh, who are now maintainers through that process, we talked about that and we reviewed that stuff. I think we even maybe may have had a some Google Doc sketches here and there with the intention of putting it together in one place. But when I was talking with Johannes at in Amsterdam, I realized that we actually don't have that anywhere in our docs. There's just a few scattered bits here and there. There's a contributors MD. There's the life cycle of a PR request. Or sorry, a PR. section in another doc in the community repo, or sorry, in the contributing repo, there's also a maintainer's guide or an onboarding document in the community repo. And just a lot of those, they hint to some of it, but it's just not really all in one place. Um, so I just wanted to note that and see if anybody would be interested um, in a quick chat about that and helping out with that, because I have some notes on it, but it's not up anywhere.
Mm. Yeah, like improving the contributing documentation is always good, I think. On more documentation on triage maintainer role and so on, my view has shifted a little bit. And I think everyone has to forge their own path in a way. And we can document stuff, but I don't think it's that useful, because everybody comes in with a different focus, with a bit different background. So yeah, so on starting to contribute more, and also I've been slacking off over the last month or two. Too much other stuff going on. Yeah, on onboarding yourself, I think you have to find your own way, to be honest.
Cool, thanks for that. Yeah, I would like personally, that makes sense too, and I personally would like to see though some base criteria for what makes a pull request review ready, because I think that would help
Absolutely.
maintainers, in addition to what you said, which I agree with.
But that's yeah, that's not specific for triage maintainers, but that's just documentation on contributing, right?
Yeah, and triaging generally can refer to that. Exactly.
Yeah.
That was really it. Let's see. Did anyone add anything else in the meantime, or does anyone have anything that you weren't able, like if you weren't able to write in the doc but could speak now? Because if not, we
Yeah,
can. Okay.
the only thing I had was that the project did submit a couple talks to KubeCon North America. One of them the Contribute Fest, one at the maintainers. I think, got the maintainer session. I think the links were very ambiguous, but it looks like we got them in. So hopefully, if you're going to be attending KubeCon North America, you'll be able to participate in the project-related sessions, and more information will be out as soon as the schedule gets released in a few weeks.
Awesome. Yeah, Matt Farina said he did submit and it looked like it. I guess we just need to follow up with him about getting that sorted, the details. But
The only other thing is if we wanted to submit a maintainer summit presentation, that is due this weekend.
that's right.
So
Yeah.
if anyone wants to think of a good topic, something to do. Remember, the maintainer summit
We
is enters the day before the co-location event, the Sunday.
I'd be interested in plugging Scott at the Maintainer Summit and talking about our model and the experience of making plugins. Last time I went to submit, I think it was only open to org maintainers, which is kind
Okay,
of
I can do that
annoying.
then for us. Yeah, and I would absolutely love that. In fact, there have been other projects um, who have which have created um, which are also developing a plugin model that are also written in Go and have been facing the same challenges. And some folks have, I mean, you may have run into some of them and had conversations about that. I have too. So I feel like that would be really helpful for folks across maintainers of other projects.
We'll coordinate a Slack, I guess, to write a short proposal. I don't know what I haven't looked at the details, but yeah, thanks for the reminder as well, Andy.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, great idea. Mm. Yeah, so I guess oops. For hip review, I'll just say a couple of other people have reviewed the chart defines plugin hip. If anyone hasn't, but is very interested in that, or even just you have concerns or you want to participate as a community member in any way, please please do comment. Please review and any of that. That'll be your chance to. I mean, there will be a chance to contribute. There will be chances to contribute anyway, because there will be actual implementation pull requests from that. But there is a reference implementation already created that pull requests will probably be largely drawn from, or at least partly, I hope. But in any case, that would still happen, but all of the actual specification for it should be done in the HIP. So get your comments in if you want to. And then yeah, I guess we're on the shout outs. George.
Yeah, Matthew, I think Immorel35 on GitHub. He's been sitting in a large number of just fixing up lints, things, PRs. And I say a large number, like maybe 20 or 30. Each of them like a bunch of grunt work just to make things tidier. So I don't think he makes it to the call, but as an appreciation.
Yeah, seriously. Awesome. There are too many shout outs. Uh I wrote down that I wanted to thank, I know Matt Farina's not on the call, but for Phil for doing um the last release. I know other people pitched in too, but thank you. And then I guess I didn't write down yet, but yeah, shouts out to, oh my gosh, who all worked on it. Basically the KubeCon submission stuff. Andy, George, Joe, I think, and then I guess Matt for ultimately doing that other submission. But yeah, just shout outs. Thanks. Social media amplification. We actually just need to make it. That's the yeah, just the meeting, the new meeting info. Um, basically I can give the info to Karen and or I can help do it. And then assignments for next call. Looks like this is a pretty short. So who wants to help out with the next call, moderating and taking notes?
I should be able to moderate.
Anybody able to help with notes this week, next week?
I can do that again.
Andrew? Okay, thanks.
Yep.
I can be backup.
Oops, I don't know why I'm writing this down. You're taking notes. Yeah, okay. And then issue triage um, and PR review. I will definitely help with PR review this week.
I generally just do it when I find time. I don't actually know why we have those sections in the
Yeah, I guess it's just
the doc at this point.
maybe we should rethink that.
Anyway,
Yeah,
I think people generally just contribute when they have time.
it is a really good question. Yeah, maybe we should rethink that. We did make an issue template years back and have been just using it. So it did get updated a couple of times, but maybe that can be an idea for next talk for next week to chat about. Okay, so core maintainers who can be present. I can be. It looks like you could be too, George.
Mhm.
Anyone else who knows they can, who are core maintainers? Okay. All right then. We have 5 minutes back. Looking forward to seeing you next week. And yeah, chat with you on Slack and GitHub. See y'all later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye.